talking to Councilman at large, David Hall. It's been a long time
Yes.
since the last conversation.
Happy to be back here.
Thank you. First of all, we know that the new budget is going to be done in July, no matter what. Either is it COVID-19 or no COVID-19, it's going to be done. There was a plan, there was a proposal to actually raise the real estate taxes 4%, the citywide basis, right? What are your intake on that?
Well, I oppose it. I oppose it because, first of all, as we had discussed earlier, the city has been assessing property in a manner that is below industry standard. And to me, that means it's illegal. It's unreliable.
And that's true, like even before the COVID-19, your office were like actually fighting against that.
Yes.
And it was, as far as I remember, you were even hiring somebody like independent assessor who is...
Well, I put in the council did hire an independent auditor who found that the methodology of assessment was unreliable. People who are being assessed properly or below what they should be assessed, they don't mind. But for people who are being overassessed and dramatically overassessed, that means that they are trying to figure out how to stay in their home, pay their taxes, or they are selling their homes before they lose it, or it's being... So that has been a problem not just in 1 year, but over the last 5 years.
So some of our citizens actually was overcharged to
Yes.
begin with.
Yes.
And now the proposal was that we're going to pay 4% on the top of
On
it.
top of that, yes. Now that's not 4% per property. That's an overall 4%,
That's going to be
which
spread
could
out.
be very huge. Some people were improperly overtaxed, 30%, some 50%, some even 200%. And so there are two things that make up property tax. One is the assessment. So if I have a piece of property worth $100,000, if they assess it at $400,000, even though it's only worth $100,000, even though I did not have a tax rate increase, the assessment means I pay more. But if you add on top of that a percentage increase in the tax rate, then I pay a lot more on an assessment that is wrong to begin with.
What should we do?
Well, I would ask everyone to be engaged. I know people are very kind of distrustful of the efficiency, effectiveness of their government, but it is the thing that functions. First of all, there are people that actually are supporting a tax increase, and there's a lot more people who don't want a tax increase, especially after COVID-19, with the fact that people are having difficulty earning a living, they are relying on their credit cards, they have, oftentimes children to feed, and so they need to voice their strong opposition to a property tax increase.
How we can do it physically?
Well, one is I am going to be opposing the tax increase, and I can't simply say I oppose it. I have to present an alternative to that budget. So the first thing people can do is contact their city council people and their mayor and tell them, we oppose a tax increase. We cannot afford it. This is a bad financial time. Don't do it.
Can they contact your office?
And they can contact my office because I can tell them what the bill is that will counter, the property tax increase, and they can support that bill.
But we don't have the bill number yet.
No.
Okay, so we're gonna let everybody know what the bill number is going to be.
Once we have it.
Please support it.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.